Hello, Mighty Ones. Just had something I wanted to share real quick. Every day, just normal stuff, but I want to start helping you see through that normal stuff. Um, the only thing it's early. The only thing I've done so far is I got up and I took Jenna to school. But the whole time she was sitting right next to me, and I could hear her pretty words, and and see her beautiful smile, and we were listening to the radio, and she was picking out music and stuff just to go back to on our way to school. But the whole time I could hear the Creator's voice talking as well. And I've been getting a lot of who is like I heard from the Lord or something like that. And they're like, who is the Lord? Who is God? How do you know? When specific holy books say specific things that God says He says, and when you experience that consistently, that is how you know who and what you're talking to. I know demons. I'm not talking to them. I have moved above that. I'm not talking to channeled entities. Cryon and Abraham are amazing, but I kept going past that. It goes into the Christ consciousness and straight God consciousness, the Creator, that there is no other. So why would I talk to any other? There is no other God. And God is just a title and a label. And I didn't really, come to tell you who, and I've just been experiencing that a little bit. So I just wanted for clarification. So back to it. Nothing's happened today. Just feeling really good, like always, like intended. I'm not gonna let anything take my joy. And then when I say it like that, you're like, well, why would I? Exactly. That's why I'm here. The rememberer. I'm just a reminder. So I could hear her beautiful words. The radio was playing. We were on the way to school. I was driving. But I could still hear the sweet whisper. Not only is it like a whisper, but it's like a rushing river, like a waterfall. It's like Niagara Falls of just love and bliss and comfort and ecstasy. See, this is what I'm trying to pass along. This state, this lifestyle of bliss and godliness and love. And I want to show you that it can be cool, it can be normal, it can be just on the way to school. And I just want to just really show you from the big all the way down to the little, and from the little all the way back up to the big. And one of the conversations that I was having, and he was just showing me and telling me, it's a mixture of heart, mind, and ears and sight of this, and then it's easier when you have your eyes closed, but even when your eyes are open, you can still almost, I guess you would call it, be taken into the spirit, and everything's still going on, but you're in another world also. We are multidimensional. And I don't think we understand who and how big we really are, and that we are created to be and to become. And I just have this vision of like galaxies, and how they're swirling, and they're patterns of the same chemicals and the same ingredients, and they're swirling together. And then they got me thinking about the chakras and the energy balances and the energy systems in our body and how they're swirling. And then I was shown that it was like a microscope and came even closer, and that we We're the core essence of the galaxies and of our own galaxies, and we, as like the seed, like this form, and we don't have the equipment yet to really prove this, but I know it's true. I know it's true, and we will one day, that we are like galaxies, and that we are spinning with our own like our own ingredients, our own chemicals, our own patterns, with people and other things that are also within those realms. And so whatever pattern and chemical you're at, you will be spinning with those same like chemicals, and that will be your galaxy. And then you can rise above and get and gain more chemicals, different awarenesses that changes your chemicals, and then you will gather together with other of the same again. And that's what everything is. And so if you take it all the way down to the distilled essence, this is that. And then from me, that you can't see, are swirling galaxies that expand throughout the universe. And we are moving and expanding that love and that consciousness, and we are attaching and repelling ourselves to those other like galaxies. And you see, this is how we are in our little bit, and then here's how we can see ourselves in our bigness, that we are just that common denominator of the compounded cosmos. If you took it all and boiled it all down, we would be those chemical patterns. We would be those ingredients. So I just want, if you're not already, I just want you to understand how this all can work and can be. And I want it to be very, very simple and understandable, so that it can be applicable. And so you can be with your family, or you can just be out and about, and the Creator is just showing you the mysteries of the universe, telling you and loving you and being with you. And that's the relationship I'm always talking about, that we're all talking about. And it's beautiful. It's beautiful. And all I can ever do to really show you is build that momentum and show you the overflowing vibrations, so that you can experience it, so that you can, when I say things, that you experience what is being said, and therefore you can resonate and understand and know that it is true, and thus be set free. It's so amazing in alignment and in flow, even just in your normal day. I'm not rich. Well, I can't say that. I am the richest, but in different ways, I may not have very much, but in other ways, I have the most. It's just, what is it? It's like God was telling me earlier. Here was something else I was thinking about, is there's a couple stages to this chemical pattern that we're in. And that's, you have the suffering, just life, and then you have the awakening, and then you have enlightenment. And most people think you stop there, but no, that's actually the beginning. You have to muddle around in enlightenment for a while, and then you come into that final stage, which is mastery, and then it wraps back around into ascension. So suffering, and then you have the awakening, then you have enlightenment, then you have mastery, and then you have the ascension. That is the small to the big back to the small again. So that, you can't escape that. That is how it is. You will suffer. You will awake. You will reach enlightenment. You will gain that mastery, and you will ascend. It's like that for every human. I don't care if you're an alien or an intelligent being here to help in the form of human, like an avatar. You can be a something and then come into this specific identity and get things done and have certain lessons and help and do different things. But every human, everything that ever becomes a human will suffer. And then they will awaken, they will get enlightened, they will become masters, and they will ascend. And it's so beautiful. And that's, so those three big things, was just on the way to school, I just wanted to share you and share with you the beauty and the remembrance of our true connection. And so, even as groups, there will always be a remnant of those who love the Lord and are faithful and are obedient. And we are, at the Serenity Project, one of those remnants. And we're just getting this to where it's becoming it's what we all want, but we just don't realize it. And it's that next new leading edge that never leaves. It's that new way of living that we're all looking for. And it's finally here, and it's been passed down, and it's been here all along, and it's always had different names, and it will always be here. And so we're just trying to, as people are ready, as they're in these different sections of humanity, we unify them, and we help them, and everyone guide them, and show them where they're at, show them where they're going, show them where they've been. Then they can navigate better. And then we can all do everything that we are better. You always need to be content of what is, but then you also need to be striving to be your best, not better than anyone else. And if you just so happen to, that's okay too. And what I mean by that is like at work, even if you don't like your job, even if you do like your job, be the best you there. And then if you just so happen to do the best work, and then you're the best in the world, or best in your county, or best in your country, that's just a bonus. That's not the point. I want to be the best dad ever that I can be. Now, if I'm the best dad that ever existed, see that doesn't resonate. That's not what we're striving for. We're striving to be our best. Our life is on loan from God, and it is up to us to do our best with it or to not. But then eventually you get to the point in that growth that you have to, you want to, that it's your every burning moment, to be the best you at everything, everywhere, to be a walking blessing, to be a walking lighthouse, to be a prophet, to be a master, to be a shining galaxy here on a planet for all to enjoy. And that light also heals and transmutes darkness. I just don't think people have taken the time to see what's actually happening. They're just stuck with their suffering glasses on, and all they can see is the suffering. Oh, blah, 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 blah. There's no, oh, whoa, oh, Sometimes there's just not words for vibrations, I like that. And I know that some of you are out there growing into this, and who already are, who eventually we can remove the words that are describing how we feel, and we can just transmit that feeling to one another. But we have to get into that unconditional love, so we're not getting in each other's mind and being like, it has to be non-judgment. So, that's another thing, is just that non-attachment, non-judgment, unconditional trust, and unconditional love are the 4 lessons that it takes to be ascended and transcending out of this human experience. So that's a lot. That's a lot just for on the way to work, on the way to school, on the way to life. So, yeah. Just be uplifted and happy and grateful and forgiving and light, and your paradigms, your experience and your vision will begin to change. And then you'll be able to see both the physical and the non-physical. And that, if that don't get you, you got a ways to go. And then I'll see you when you get there. So, I just love you guys so much. Thank you for everything. It's an honor to serve. Master symbol for your journey. All healing, all blessings, all love, all attention, all the guidance and all the clarity and all the love for you. So, go shine. Be a blessing. Infinite love. Many blessings to you and yours. And Namaste. Love you.